Oh, somebody was like, actually, I want this for the other one. Oh, this one was like, I don't play that snoring shit. Baby, you got to get up and leave. I get. See, this is the thing. I don't snore, but on nights where like I am exhausted and I am like super fucking tired, it is really hard for me not to, give you the little heartbeat. Like, I'm gonna give you a little bit of that. Like, especially if I'm drunk. Oh my. On the day where I get fucked up that night, I don't care who it is. You cannot say that you never snore. Because I have never been around a single person that has gotten fucked up. Like, I'm talking about like shots after shots after shots. Like, you damn near blacked out type shit, right? And then you went to sleep sounding safe. Like, quietly. I have never seen that happen. Like, people who snore, the snoring is 10 times louder. People who don't snore, you get a little, like a little hard breathing out of them. But there was once, like, normally I'm the person where it's like, it doesn't take a lot for me to sleep. I was constantly raised in a house with kids, so I got used to sleeping with noise. Like, I was the person where it's like, my TV would stay on for me to go to sleep half the time. So it's like, noise isn't that bad. But there are times when you're cuddling with a person and they decide to have the type of cuddling with you where their face is just like right on your chest, which means their nostrils are very close to your ears. And we had a little bit of liquor in our system, and then and I wasn't falling asleep, and I couldn't, and I literally thought about like, can you wake up so I can go to sleep and then you can get back to doing that shit? Because this isn't really working out for me because I'm not really fucking with it. It's like, yeah, I want to be a gentleman. That's the predicament that was. I'm like, oh, I can be a gentleman. Deal with not trying to fall asleep and just letting her be great. Snoring and shit. But I didn't really want to do that because I was just as drunk. I was just as tired. I wanted my sleep. So I was about to hit her. And then, like, as I was trying to push her off me, she woke up. And then I just acted like I was sleeping. And then I acted like she woke me up. And are you okay? Oh, that's fine. And then like, she moved. I let the moment, like, she woke up, she would try to adjust herself, which was perfect because I was adjusting myself at the same time. So she switched up. Moral of the story is, I was about to wake her up, but I didn't get to do that. She just woke up herself, and then I just played out the situation, act like I was sleeping. And yes, I did turn away the other round. And every single time she started snoring and woke me up, I just accidentally kicked her and then just like acted like I was moving around, and it worked out so well. Because she goes back to sleep quick, but I don't, so I wasn't being too much of a dickhead. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me get one last one. Oh yeah, I like this one. It says, stop being the one who always makes the effort. Relax and let the ship sink. The thing is, this speaks to me on a spiritual level. You don't I'm the person where it's like, I tend to hold on to things for longer than I actually should. Where it's like, a lot of the times I'm in situations and like I'm dealing with certain bonds in my life, whether it's like a relationship with with a partner and stuff like that, or whether it's just a friend, a best friend, family. There's been a lot of times where I've noticed that I'm putting a lot more energy into a situation than the other person. And every time that when things are going great, everything is great and everything like that, which is the reason why I try to, like, when we're falling off or we have an argument, I try to be the one that puts everything to the side. I put my pride to the side and I just prioritize being good with that person because I know how things are when they're good. But the issue is when things aren't that great. You feel me? It's like when things aren't that great and it's time to solve an issue. It's time for people to put their pride to the side. Time for people to apologize. Time for people to reach out. I tend to be the one that always reaches out. And even at times where I'm like, oh, nah, I'm going to wait for this person to be the one that does that. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. It is what it is. I know if I don't do it, it's going to happen. In other words, I start tolerating shit. But then what I've realized is the reason why I tolerate it so much is because, like, I really want this person and I know if it doesn't work out, I'm going to be heartbroken. But I've realized if you sit back and let that ship sink, right? You pretty much are. What I've realized works for me is the more I realize I'm constantly putting this type of energy in, I start preparing myself to say goodbye to that person. I realize that you're not worth my time because of the way that you act and the fact that you don't match my energy. So what I do is I start letting that shit sink. And that's my way of detaching myself from you, where I'm not bashing it or I'm not calling you out on things, because we've probably already had those conversations, where I pretty much let it be up to you, however long it takes for you to be the person that finally does what I normally do for you. And in the moment I realize that you're not capable of doing that, or however long it takes you to finally get to it, the moment I realize you're probably not getting to it, or you allowed it to take way too much fucking time, it becomes pointless to me. But because the whole entire time, your lack of effort and your lack of commitment to this bond that we have, that was you pretty much giving me closure. The longer it took you to not really seem worried about what was going on with me, the longer that it took you to show me that you didn't really care about us being great. Like you prioritize your pride over what it is that we had. Whatever bond it is that you have, if you have a person prioritizing their pride over you guys, it's never gonna work out. Because go over something where it's like an argument, there has to be apologies made. People have to understand things. Compromises have to be made. Somebody who prioritizes their pride just wants their way, and that's it. So for me, it's like, as I give you time and I realize you're not doing what I'm normally doing for us, and it seems like it's the hardest thing for you, that's you just proving to me that this isn't a bond that you're not deserving of what I invest. And the moment I realize that, the moment that bond cuts and that shape has sunk, I don't really care anymore. I've done this time and time and over for us. And if you're incapable of doing that same shit that I always do for you, why the fuck am I going to be hurt about this person, about me losing them? Like, yeah, the memories, I'll reminisce over them for a few weeks. But after that, it's like, there's nothing that I'm missing. The good times are good times and they're great memories to look on. But down that line, there's nothing you can really do for me. You just showed me that shit. So to me, it's like, it is what it is. But yeah. Oh yeah, so the next episode that drops, you guys are going to pretty much have this exact type of format, because I actually did pull a lot of posts and I actually want to get through them. But I decided I'm going to do a little shorter episodes for these next 2 weeks. So I thought it would be a dope way to do it by introducing this and seeing how y'all react to it the first week. Depends on how often this continues to happen down the line. But yeah, I just want to say I really do appreciate you guys. In whichever part of your day that this is, I hope you enjoy the rest of it. And remember, you're amazing, you're beautiful, and all that plus some more. Oh, and to the fellas, you're a great guy. You know, in case you feel weird about me calling you beautiful and stuff like that. I apologize. We good? All right, we straight.